Alright, it's day 9 of my Dr. Morse style fast, and I'm going to start this video out by just saying that I was at the beach until about 9:30 last night, and I did have a banana and I had some so-called organic dried cranberries after I made my video. And then when I got back home, I went ahead and had some homemade salsa, and I had some tea. So I actually started my dry fast a little bit late last night. Well, pretty late. It was like 11:30, and I usually do it at 8. So there's the flexibility in being compassionate with myself, loving myself awake. It's all okay. Now, I did not do my oil pulling yesterday because I was going to do it last night, but things just didn't turn out. And so I did it this morning before I broke my dry fast, and did that for 20 minutes, the tablespoon of coconut oil with the teaspoon of turmeric. Okay, so then when I did my I broke the fast, the breakfast. I went ahead and I had some pineapple. I had about a quarter of a pineapple, and I had some Dr. Morse tea. And so that's the Heal-All tea, the 3-lung tea, and then the wormwood, the licorice root, and the alfalfa. So same thing as what I've been doing. And then a couple hours later, I had a bunch of grapes. So that's what I snacked on. I did have like one blackberry because I was doing some different pictures today, and I will include those after. Well, maybe in some of my videos. I'll just kind of spread them out. But I was doing some pictures of different kinds of fruit, and it was kind of fun. I took some time to do that today. Let's see. So then around 5 o'clock, I went ahead and I had my cashew crackers, and I had that vegetable spread that I showed at the beginning of this fast that I got from Jim, and I wanted to just use it up. And I also had some salsa, the homemade salsa, and so I decided, okay, I'm going to go ahead and make some tea, and then I'm going to be done for this evening a little bit early. So it's about 7:30 right now. I'm going to start my dry fast and kind of cleanse out. And what I wanted to talk about today with emotional symptoms and detoxing, just physical symptoms and stuff like that, I did have in my right side around my ribs, I had some pain today, this afternoon, before I did the cashew crackers and the salsa. And so I could tell my body was really pulling at things. I was observing myself today on different things like emotions, and I know that I've had a lot of anger all of my life, like especially as a child and stuff like that. I also had depression and some anxiety later on. And so I was really sitting with this, and I've talked about how I've used food as a comfort food, just as comforting and stuff like that. A coping mechanism. And so I know that as I go deeper into this fast and go up Dr. Morse's detoxification pyramid, there are a lot of emotions still within my body. There's a lot of things, trauma and stuff like that. I have continued to, moment by moment, surrender this trauma and, just this pain and the suffering that I've experienced that I know of in this lifetime, and then I don't know about others. So that is something that I am going to be really going inside and working on, and it's really quite evident to me. It's apparent that that is where a lot of my healing and growth journey is going to start to take off on, I think leaps and bounds once I really am able to let go of those things. And I'm not digging for it. I'm just going to deal with it as it surfaces. But I will leave some links in the description box below, like I had talked about in another video about the emotional detoxing. I know Hilde Larsen and Dr. Morse and some other people talk about these symptoms that come up and what's going on and how to deal with them. And I'm going to be watching them again so that I am best prepared for my journey, whatever comes up. I don't want to like create that for myself. I just know that that's what I am feeling, and that I start to crave some food. That food has been numbing this pain all of my life, and whatever else has been going on that I don't even know about, within my bodies, the emotional, the mental, and the physical. So there's just so much I don't know at this time, or I don't remember, but I am just continue on the path that is laid out for me, and I'm going to trust that everything's going to work out. And I just wanted to lay this out there for you because it was a little bit of a cheat tonight. I wanted to get those crackers gone and that spread so it's not here, and I don't have to like go, boy, that's still there, I want one, and stuff like that. However, I did have just some different emotions raising up today, and so that was something that I went to also. It was like perfect timing, I guess, for that, because it did numb a little bit of what was coming up. And so I know that that is going to be, just one of those crossing the river for me that I wanted to really share with you guys, because this is a big part of our journey. It's not just our bodies, our physical bodies anyways. It is about a lot more than meets the eye. This is spiritual. And so as I walk in the spirit, I'm going to be releasing, and I want to be sharing this with you. I hope that it helps you, and for me, I hope that it brings a lot of healing, not only to me, but to those who I am purposed into, others' lives, and, what has happened along my journey, so that, I'm not bound anymore by things. I don't want to be bound. I don't want to be giving my power away. And pretty cool, I'm going to turn this around. I saw out of the corner of my eye, I was like, what is that? And I just kept talking about the emotions and stuff, and then it keeps walking. So, we are one with nature. It's awesome to be getting out here. That also helps me. Being at the beach yesterday was amazing, to be able to just be there and be grounding, and to be by myself, going inside. And of course, even our phones can be distractions. So I made a few videos yesterday, and I was like, okay, let's put it away. And then I wanted to listen to it. Okay, what did I say? And I sit there and I observe myself and what I'm saying. And it's like sometimes I feel detached from my own life. And so like hearing it back, it's helpful to me. It's helpful to hear myself speak and to hear the perspective that I'm putting out there, to observe it, and so that's what I did yesterday. And so I think that becoming more awareness as we go, and then really being compassionate with ourselves is vital. And one of the things that I learned from Dr. Morse is like a detached compassion. And when I was growing up, because of the different emotional issues that I was dealing with, and I didn't know how to deal with, there's two sides to that. I remember just kind of cutting things off and just totally detaching, but not in a compassionate way. It was like this coping mechanism that was trying to keep myself safe and continue on, but I don't want that kind. I want to be detached, but I want to be compassionate and to have that love and to be that love. So it's going to be quite a journey for me to cross this river and to really face off with myself, and on a new level, being authentic with myself, and like the woman who was doing the drums yesterday, who was authentic and just was herself. That's what I need to be doing, and then not staying down in low vibes, but being able to express it and being able to release it, and then raising up in those higher vibrations. And I don't want to have to fake it to make it anymore. I don't want that. I learned that from Dr. Joe Dispenza. Is like, we can fake it to make it, and just change those patterns and stuff like that, and the conditioned thoughts and these emotions, not to be feeding into it. Neurons that fire together, wire together, and all that stuff. So stopping it from continuing. However, if it's in our subconscious and there's stuff that needs to be dealt with, we do have to acknowledge it. And so I'm not saying that he didn't say to do that, but I was kind of, trying to learn, how do I fake this? And how do I change it from that point? How do I cross the river to where it's no longer faking it? Because for, about 41 years, I've been in those lower vibrations. And so it's going to take, daily awareness and pure presence in order to be able to cross the river. And the deer's just right there. That's so awesome. Just listening to me. That's what it is. The deer's like, okay, I want to cross the road, but you're like right there. Are you going to be doing anything? It's all right. You're all right. So I think that right there, that deer was a great example of how to do this. And we can do so just one step at a time, not worrying about what others are doing. That deer just continued, even though I'm right here. And so that's what we need to be doing. This is really about our walk, and our walk will touch others as we go. So it's best to make sure that we hold that mirror up in front of us to see the beauty within our eyes. That's what I'm going to continue to do. And there's another deer. Hey, since that deer walked that path, I'm going to go ahead and walk that path too. And make sure that... see if I can get a picture for the thumbnail. Make sure that we stick together, because we're heading in the same direction. Isn't that cool? Yeah. See, they're like saying, okay, I'm going to go over here. Hold on 1 second. You eat that food over there. I'll eat this food over here. And then we'll meet up when we're done. And I think that that is probably what a lot of us light workers are doing right now. We are doing what needs to be done. We are taking care of ourselves. We are powering up right now, nourishing our bodies, all of them, surrendering, just healing anything that comes up, and then having that detached love in which we are not bound by anything anymore. We stand in our own power. So I'm so grateful that these deer are here. I'm grateful for the things that I have in my life. That's what I'm going to continue to focus on. And I am awaiting the day when the joy that surpasses all understanding, like, just encompasses all of my life, and that I can just share that with everyone, including my kiddos. That's what I hope. I want that in my life before I take my last breath, to be able to really emanate the divine love and light that I so much want to be. I want to be that, and that is who we are. So why is it so hard to just be that? It's because we've been conditioned and programmed to be something else, and to believe that we're not who we are. So just go inside, you guys. I'm speaking to myself, and know that I am. I am. So be it, and so it is. Know thyself. Namaste.